Goblins, ghouls, all things green. I'm scared. You know, I've had a week off of doing nothing, and I've noticed there's a lot of goblin sightings popping up in my feed. Am I scared? No. I'm me. I'm not scared of anything. Except that there's someone crawling around my roof. Every night, around the same time, I hear going above me. It's scary, but I think it's just a big possum, hopefully. That's the hope. Anyway, do I believe in goblins? I don't know. You know, I just like to keep an open mind. I'm probably the most open-minded man in the world. In the galaxy, even. You know, if you looked up open-mindedness, you would find a picture of me, looking extremely handsome, and then a little description saying what open-mindedness means, and the definition. I'm so open-minded that if there was an award for open-mindedness, I would be the award. It would be the Shifty Drongo Open-Mindedness Award. You know, I'm so open-minded that my brain sometimes falls out the back of my head. That's how open-minded I am. Let's go goblin hunting, shall we? Let's hunt for those little green things.
Goblins are a terrifying entity to think about. They're tiny little creatures that are usually violent in nature and usually don't think too well of humans.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think I could kill a goblin pretty easily. Like, I think I could just, like, pick it up and drop kick it. Like, just a little green fella. What's he looking for? Coins or something? I don't care. Just pick him up and drop kick him. I don't think goblins are that big a threat to humans. If they're real. Honestly, they just want some gold coins, which we don't even deal with anyway anymore, so.
There have been numerous goblins.
That is a garden gnome. That is a blurred garden gnome. You're not getting one over me. Whoever this video is made by, it's something starting with F.
All over the world.
And that's Dobby. Dobby is not a goblin, he's an elf.
The tiny hopping goblin. One afternoon, someone was filming a little boy playing with his soccer ball, and presumably the boy wanted to show off some of the tricks he was working on.
I'm sorry, but he sucks.
When the boy accidentally kicked the ball into the hallway, he appears a little reluctant to go out and get the ball.
Yeah, he's reluctant because he's embarrassed. He's embarrassed himself. He's like, Mum, look at the trick I'm doing. Oh, I didn't do it. I'm embarrassed. If I was that kid, I'd be embarrassed as well, and I'd give up.
What he sees next sends a shriek of terror through everyone's spines, and in the camera frame, you can see a small creature hopping through the frame.
Does this look like a rat on two legs? I'm just gonna say it's a rat. I don't know if it's a tiny hopping goblin. I've seen a few tiny hopping goblins in my lifetime, and I don't think that's what that was.
The Tiny Terror.
Okay, what's with the tiny? Just leave the tiny out of it. We know goblins are small. That's not a goblin, that's just a small man, I think. I'm just gonna go out on a limb. I think that's just a tiny man.
The Running Goblins. Their backyard is lit perfectly well, and all we can see in the beginning of the video is a tree, some fencing, and some grass beyond the fence. However, things take a bit of a weird turn as some small objects, smaller than the fence, begin to run alongside the fence. It's hard to tell exactly what's running alongside the fence at first, and it appears to be about a dozen objects running in unison, dressed exactly the same.
I'm sorry, there's no way you can tell. It's a blob on a screen. What is there to tell? Like, they're all dressed the same and they run in unison. Maybe it's just some fucking critters hanging around, I don't know. But I want to be open-minded, so it is a goblin. Goblins, we're found where they live.
There could be a simple explanation for this video. Perhaps it was a group of kids running, and two of the kids removed particles of clothing to throw them over the fence, but why are they running, and what are they running from?
They're running from goblins. Kids running from goblins. Or goblins running from goblins. There's a lot of goblin in this video.
They take a look at one of the pillars of the building, and they appear to spot something that's truly frightening. A little creature peers around the corner of the pillar, and then quickly goes back behind the pillar.
Just a little fella, just a little man, just a little guy, just chilling.
Now, this is one of those things you have to take into account, as this could easily be faked, but nonetheless...
Not the other ones, though. This one could be faked, but the other one's all real, 100%, definitely. Goblins in the world, goblins everywhere.
It is the Small Running Goblin. The video starts out harmless enough. We don't really get a hint of anything being wrong until a few seconds in, when out of nowhere, this small creature appears to be running for cover. Definitely tell you that it didn't seem human. It seemed rather quick for its small size.
It's just a dude. It's just a... It's just a fucking guy shrunk down. Oh, that's awesome. Oh. Can we replay that? Oh, I love how it just comes out. Where does it come from? It comes out from behind the kid's head. Oh, I think that's one of my favourite Goblin videos of all time. Just some they've just rotoscoped some dude running and put... Oh, that's phenomenal.
Spider-Man Goblin.
Hang on. How has Spider-Man and Goblin come together? They're enemies. Makes no sense. Think.
What we see is a quiet residential neighborhood and an apartment complex. Everything seems rather quiet and no one's outside, but then we see this shadowy-like figure appear and start moving in between windows and in between the apartments. We're not sure exactly what the figure is looking for or if they're trying to find an open window. This is why you should never leave your window open at night, because you never know who or what could crawl inside.
That's exactly why you shouldn't. But since when do goblins climb things? Like, are we gonna call this a goblin? Well, I don't think we can call that a goblin, because goblins don't climb, that I know of. Goblins, hover and run and just kind of, they move around all shiftily like, and it's just, they don't climb. They do not climb. I refuse to think that's a goblin. That's too big to be a goblin as well. That's like half the wall. I'm gonna say I reckon that might be Spider-Man, if I'm honest. I don't think the goblin's got anything to do with this. I think it's just Spider-Man.
The creature appears to be rather small, and it looks like it knows how to scale walls and...
Rather small. That is like halfway up a window. I'm sorry, that is not a small creature. That is either some weird dude trying to climb up, or it is actually Spider-Man. There are no two ways about it. There's definitely not a goblin, okay? Doesn't have its identifying bag, so definitely not goblin. I think we can all agree that goblins are definitely 100% video after watching that. But do I believe in them? As an open-minded fellow, no. I think we're good. I think we're good for goblins. I think the goblins are going to be no issue. They just wander around. If they are real, they just wander around and just want to see, what gold you have on offer, which most people don't have any. So I think we're good. Maybe the Vatican should maybe goblin-proof themselves, but I think the rest of us, I think we should be fine. Anyway, that's enough goblin sightings for one day. I hope I can sleep tonight, because some of them were real and very scary. So I just hope I can get a couple winks tonight. Not like that. And, I'll see you later. Bye. What the hell was that sound?